Get your films on with the Blurs.
Once an idea has taken hold of the brain, it's almost impossible to eradicate.
Unpacking movies has never been more spot on, woke, fire, and just plain lit.
They are lit all the time.
So if you're unsure whether or not to plop down some cash for a film, check out the Blurs.
When a man with a 45 meets a man with a rifle, the man with a pistol is a dead man.
Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolyte.
You really only need to hang mean bastards. But mean bastards, you need to hang.
Don't say you weren't warned.
Ridiculous.
Here's Brandon and Jeff.
Hello, and welcome to a special episode of the Film Blurs. I'm Jeff Stewart, a.k.a. Uncle Jeffrey, a.k.a. The Final Boss, and I'm joined here, as always, with my friend and co-host.
What's up, ball bags? It's Brandon Norwood, a.k.a. Hero Protagonist, a.k.a. B. Wood the Magnificent.
And today we're joined by an amazing up-and-coming young filmmaker who got on our radar and showed us her film, and we're here to probe. So, Cierra, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Cierra Young. I am an author of My Demon Wears a Crown, which is a bestseller on Barnes & Noble as well as Amazon. I am a producer of the film. I ultimately turned it into a movie. I've written over 172 books as a ghostwriter for others. I am an inspirational speaker, and I brainwash people into loving and believing in themselves.
Okay, all right. That's
Respect.
That's quite the CV right there. All right, so let's get into it. So you said you've written over 137 books, was it?
72.
172. This dyslexia I got going. All right, so 172 books. Why did you decide to turn this one into a film?
So I've always been in the background of helping others articulate what they want to, get out there. So I've been behind the scenes. This particularly one is about my life, the overcoming the obstacles that I have particularly, and just sharing my story. I know when I talk to a lot of people, they're always excited for me, and I like that for them. But I felt like it was my duty to make people excited for themselves and understand, like, if I can be an example, you can too. So this particular one is about my personal journey and how I've overcome being from the foster care system to the law. They're shicey as well. So like different many obstacles, so if I could do it, anybody else can do it.
Cierra, I just want to know, because watching this movie, this is very much based on your life. Was it really, because there's a lot of moments in here that would be impactful for, somebody, but you go through a lot. Was it like hard to go through these moments again for the film?
No, not really. I think the only part that choked me up, because I was directing and then I had to be on set as acting, as an actor. So the only part that really kind of choked me up was when I got the experience, the lady who's playing my mom kind of like embody it. Like it was like my mom had entered her and she delivered it in such a way that it was just like I physically felt like I was looking at my mom in the flesh. So the one scene with the bike scene, that you guys watched, that was the only part that choked me up, but everything else was like second nature. You kind of go through something and then you get over it and you're just like, it's just nothing but another story, especially if it's helping somebody else. It just becomes another story. But to actually see that part be played out the way it was, that part definitely choked me up.
So what changes or omissions did you have to make from the book to the movie, right? Is there anything that you wish you had put into the movie that's in the book, but you couldn't do it because of budget, time, anything like that?
Yeah, actually, a lot. I love my book. I love the book. A lot of people, when they read, it has so much texture and, vulgar conversations, and then just personal things that you get to read about and you get to sit back and daydream about that. Realistically, having in the movie, it wouldn't tie in. It's a great conversation, or it's a great piece for reading. But my script advisor and, a lot of different directors was like, it's good, Sierra, yeah, but that's just for the book. We're going to leave the movie, You can't take everything with you from the book with the movie. So yeah, it was definitely.
Okay. All right. So you produced this, you directed this, right? And you wrote it, of course. Um, what are some of the challenges you came up with, right? Because like writing a book, you're by yourself pretty much, right? Like it's just you and your computer. This, right? There's a lot of moving pieces. So what did you learn in that transition from being a novelist to an aspiring filmmaker?
The hours spent like recreating scenes. I've learned a lot about that. Another thing is the characters. You have to allow your character to be your character, because in your mind they're one way, but when you're filming, you can get as close as to the characters you want, but ultimately they are them. So even if it's just like a word they enunciate differently than what you had programmed in your brain, you just have to let it flow. So that's another piece to it as well.
Sierra, this is, I gotta say, pretty good for a first film. And I just want to know, did you have any formal film training? Like, did you take any courses, or did you get like any guidance or advice before making this?
No, so my goal was to have my book out. My goal was to lose the insecurities of putting it out, fear of what other people might say and the judgment. And then once I got over that, and I published it. I was like, okay, cool. Once it became bestseller, I'm like, I'm going for it. I'm going for it. I randomly made a post on Facebook. It was like, hey, anybody know a filmmaker? I think I'm ready. Here's so when I got connected with my filmmaker, I let him know my budget. I let him know my vision. I let him know my outcome, what my goals were. And according to what I had, he worked with it. And according to what changed while we were filming or before we even got to film it, I'm like, let me increase my budget. Let me do another casting call. Let me have bystanders. Let me have this. So no, I haven't had any prior experience outside of like me just dreaming and seeing this come into fruition.
And you talk about your budget. How did you raise your budget? Because I know that is like one of the hardest things. Me and Jeff know that firsthand as independent filmmakers, is getting money to make your film. How did you manage to raise your funds?
So I hit the streets. I traveled state to state. I started here in Ohio. But I hit your local Walmart, your Whole Foods, and I walked up to him and I was like, hey, my name is Cierra Young. I'm a bestseller right now on Barnes & Noble from this book right here, My Demon Wears a Crown. I am in position and I am ready to film, and I need your help as my community to help me do so. And I told him you can donate or you can buy a book, and ultimately they did both. A lot of people bought books, but then I did run into a couple people who was not interested in reading or just was proud of me and just wanted to donate. So I hit the community, I hit the streets, and I traveled. I went state to state. I said, not only am I looking for donations, I'm looking for people who want to audition for this, because this is going down. This is big to me. This matters, and I'm ready. Are you? They were like, yeah. So energy is contagious. Energy is like, definitely you can't stay mad if you wanted to after talking to me. So it's like, let me go ahead and get this girl what she's asking for, what she needs, what she wants, what her passion and her desires is, because if she's that enthused about herself, I better be happy too. Like, I better be happy for her too. Like, cause it's her. She's ready. Not too many people will flat out ask you like, hey, this is my goal and I need help. You want to help me? Cool.
So you pretty much panhandled your way into the budget of the film.
Yep.
That's fantastic. If you don't mind me asking, what in the ballpark, what was the budget? What did it ended up being?
I raised over, my budget was different from what I raised. So I raised over a little over $33,000.
That's impressive.
Yes.
That's really impressive.
Thank you.
Uh, so how long did it take you to shoot this?
4 days.
Really?
Seriously, 4 days?
Yep. We shot in 4 days, December 4th through the 7th.
Okay.
Oh, wow. All right. So was there a lot of rehearsal, a lot of pre-pro? Because 4 days for this, that's impressive.
So thank you. So I did a lot of table reads with all of my characters. I did one-on-one sessions with them. I was literally up 24 hours. I have people in different time zones as I am. So if they were saying, well, I don't get off work until 2, I don't get off work until 2 a.m. I'm like, well, call me when you get off. We're going to make it happen. So like my table runs are 24/7. I am open 24/7. Call my phone anytime. I don't care if I'm in the middle of sleeping. If you want to rehearse, let's get it. But we did ultimately have table reads 3 times a week, and then I was on call.
Okay. All right.
Oh, wow. So you shot it in 4 days. I mean, how long was the editing process?
The editing process took around a month, a little over a month. Because my filmmaker also had other projects that he was tending to. So on top of trying to get mine together, I definitely appreciated his time and, what his schedule had already looked like. So it was a little over a month.
Okay. All right. So, Brandon, you got anything?
Well, I just got one last question, Cierra, for you. And I like to ask everybody this, like, because, every film is a learning process. And I just want to know did you learn from this film that you're going to take forward going into your next film if you do decide to make a next film?
Oh yeah, I have plenty more. Like this has become an obsession. I love being on set. So the things that I learned is quiet on set. I love that. I don't know why. So everything that I've experienced, I've learned. I didn't know a director stands here. I didn't know, how the camera worked, the set, the cut. I didn't know absolutely anything. So everything that took place, if you're familiar with filming, I absolutely learned day by day in those 4 days. Yeah, so I learned everything. And what I would take with me next time is to have others on standby. So when someone couldn't fill in or something, I literally played every position. So I was doing everything except for clamping a thing down like take 2. Outside of that, I was doing. My thing would be to bring on more assistance, more help. I didn't know how heavy this is, it just was like, oh, I'm filming a movie. Let's go. Whatever I don't know, I'll know. Whatever I don't have, I'll get, I'll go. But just to make everything a smoother transition for everybody involved, I definitely will incorporate more people to my team.
Respect.
So what's the plan? All right. So the movie's done. Where can people see it? What's the main goal now?
So right now, our movie premiere is June 21st in Cleveland, Ohio. We are completely sold out. Distribution next, getting it on the platforms, that is already in the process of getting done. And so that's that on that. Just being on different platforms and just so people can watch it. I would love to be international. I do have a lot of connects over in Africa and different parts of the world. So once I land this here in Cleveland, Ohio, United States, I'm going straight all the way over.
All right. So tell people where they can reach out to you, they can find you, they can find out more about the movie, and ways they can support you. Come on.
So my Instagram is Chaotic Harmony 33. That is my production company. You can follow me there. My Facebook is just Cierra Young, and you'll see if you hit Google, My Demon Wears a Crown. I'm on like the first 3 pages. I'm everywhere on Google. So My Demon Wears a Crown, Barnes and Noble, Amazon, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. My Demon Wears a Crown. Type it in, you'll see. It's everywhere.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you
for
very
your
much,
time.
Sierra, for your time. Thank you for sharing the movie with us. Thank you for entering this realm of filmmaking. We have high expectations for you going forward. All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. And we'll talk soon. All right.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Brandon.
We're the Film Blurs. I'm Brandon Norwood, and I'm the motherfucking protagonist.
I'm the protagonist.
I'm Jeff Stewart, a.k.a. He Who Remains.
Don't come at us. It's just fucking movies.
You've been listening to the Film Blurs podcast.
Man, I just love what you guys do, man.
I never miss an episode. It's the best. It's my favorite podcast.
Follow Jeff on IG on MindFire XL and Brandon on Twitter at BJN Tweets.